Good morning, everyone. How are you going today? Hope you're keeping warm. Some of the states are very cool. Wasn't too bad here in Queensland. It's a bit warmer. I'm not sure what the temperature was. I didn't look. Zeus woke me up at 5 o'clock to let me know to get up, but I was no way I was getting up at 5 o'clock. Anyway, my name's Suzie Dee, and I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator for the area of Brisbane. I can also help people if you're interstate and you haven't got a distributor. I can help you with the purchase or just information. All my links are in the more box below. So my mobile's there, my email and my shop are all in the links below. And all my information for the card that we are doing today is everything you need is in the more box below. Today we're doing another card, and I'm using, what am I using? I'm using Encircled in Nature. So we did a card yesterday, very pretty card. This was the one we did yesterday. So, and we coloured in. So we coloured in all those little berries, and I also did some other flower things, flowery, I don't know what they're called, but we also cut some of those out and we used our blends to colour them in. So there's so many different ways that you can do a card. It doesn't have to be stamped, all of it, or it doesn't have to be die cut. Some people might not have the die cut or the die cut machine, and they just use the stamps, and that's great. You can do that. You can also do one with mostly die cuts, which is what we're doing today. So I've gone blank. Well, so yeah, so what we're doing today is another card for Encircled in Nature. One thing I do want to show you is this little contraption here. So it holds my dies that I'm going to use, or I have already used because I did a little bit. So this just sits off to my desk. And instead of having all my dies rattling around somewhere and losing them on the papers and all that thing, this is great. You can make it a little bit bigger if you want. I know somebody who did make it slightly larger, and if you want to find out about that, have a look on Donna Gray, on her videos, and she has a video to make that. It is great. It's just so handy to keep all your dies together. So if you like the content in my channel, if you'd like to give me a like or share it with your friends, if you've got friends that are into crafting the same as we are, and also give me, what's after that? Give me a like, give me a share. Oh, and ring the little bell. Dumb blonde today, aren't I? Jeez. Yeah, so if you want to know when I go live, there's a little bell, so just click on the little bell and you'll be notified when I go live. Oh, dear me. I think that's enough of my talking about that, don't you? We'll pop down and we'll go to our craft desk, and I'll show you what's going on today. Just the day, isn't it, really? It was the same. I was talking to the lady that cleans for me, and I couldn't think of a word that I wanted to tell her. So here we are down at the desk. A bit crooked. How's that? Can you see that? Is it blurred? Sometimes it takes a while to see. That page is really showing. So what these are card designs. So in our new catalogue, which everybody will know about now, and it came out in the 1st of May, we have some really cool things in it. So here on page 22, there are 22 sketches that you can make a card out of. So if you're stuck for any ideas on making a card, you've got 22 here. You can start off with the basic and then add your the way you want it to look. It doesn't have to stay like that. You can start off like that and then add bits and pieces. So that gives you some really good ideas. And you've got the colour there, and every page or every item that's there has card, gives you an idea for cards. So you can always go through the book and have a look at the different cards, and you might get some inspiration from them. So I hope that that can go. Now, the card we're making today, I'm going to be using Countryside Blossom embossing powder, embossing folder powder, Encircled in Nature, and we're going to use the circle die out of leaves, changing leaves. So those are the 3 basic things we're going to be using today. So our card base, put that aside. Our card base is black, and I've chosen a purple front piece. Now, if you want to do another one on top of that, you can do a white maybe underneath and make it 3 layers and not 2. You can do whatever you want with it. So, and I've also pre-cut some little flowers and things out of glitter paper, and it's 2004 to the 2006 in colour papers, so glitters. So everybody loves things that glitter, so I did those, and I've done our little circle that's going to go on the front. And we're going to use this as the bottom, because if you see, it is flat. So we use that. That's the bottom of the, looks like rose thorns, doesn't it? Now, to do that, I actually did 2 of these. And what I did was I stuck them together with a little bit of tape and die cut them. So 2 of those like that gives you this ring. So that's what I used there. And these are the little ones I used for the flowers. So they are all in Encircled with Nature. So I pre-cut those as well. So what we're going to do now is we're going to emboss our purple piece. So I'll get this out. Now, this is always the front with the Stampin' Up. You can see the logo there, and there's a line. So what you do is you put your card in so it's level. You don't want it to go right up at the top, otherwise you'll end up with a blank spot. So just put it where you want it to go, and see that's spot on across that line. But I left it a little bit here on the fold. So when you're doing your embossing, you never put your embossing folder in with the opening first. So we're using plate 1. And plate 2. Plate 3. Plate 1, plate 3, and plate 3 again. And we'll go through the embossing machine. Sometimes it's a little hard to go through. As I say, don't roll your embossing folder through again, because if you do, it'll end up looking like a duck's beak. So your folder will end up opening up like that and staying like that. You can see. So to look after your embossing folders, don't run them back through along. So we've got this. So our card base is black. The purple. As I say, you can put a white piece underneath this if you want. Or you might not even want to use purple. So then we'll put our little ring on. And then we're going to decorate it from there. So what we'll do is we'll put ink. Jesus. I'm really doing well this morning, aren't I? I think it's because I've got to go back to the doctor or the specialist, and I'll know whether I get the boot off my broken foot. Now, when you emboss anything, make sure you use quite a bit of glue. When it's embossed, it spreads the paper fibres out. So to get it to stick properly, you need to put plenty of glue on it. So we're just going to put this down. And I've used the Tombow glue because I have just a little bit of wiggle room that I can straighten it up. So we've got that. I'm going to rub the edge of this with my bone folder. Make sure it has a good crease. And I'm also going to just go up and down here to make sure it sticks. Okay, you'll find a link for the bone folder below. It really is a must-have when you're crafting cards. Now we're going to put our little gold band on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a sponge. Ooh, bit of cat fluff. Oh, his fur goes everywhere. Oh, he's gone. He was sitting by my chair, which he does quite often. And I moved back and I end up getting his tail or something. All right, so we're just going to get that and go around the edge. And the silicone mat is ideal for that because you can just scrape the glue off once it's dried. So we're going to do that. So I'm going to put this one, where's our little flat bit? There it is. Just be careful you don't get glue on your gold piece because it'll show. So I'm going to go that way. That way. Now I'm going to put it a little bit further down. Make sure we get it in the middle. And then just pat it down. Bear with me, I'm just going to have a drink because my throat is playing up again. So now we need to decorate it. So I think we'll do our stamping first. So I'll get my mat out. Oh, I buried that down the bottom of the drawer. So here's our piercer mat. So we can print on it, stamp on it, and it gives us a bit of cushioning. With the orange stamps, they've got a bit of a foam on them, so you don't need to use your pierce mat. But for the these ones, you do need to use a pierce mat to give it a bit of. So I'm going to use Berry Bliss on this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp this. Get the stamp open. So I'm going to use a spare piece of paper. And you tell me, to me that looks blurry. Can you tell me if that's blurry or if you can see it okay? I don't know why it's playing up. Should automatically go to where it's needed. This is a beautiful stamp. I just love this. So we're going to, doesn't matter where you stamp it because it's got to be cut out. So we're going to stamp that. So I'm going to use Berry Bliss on all of this. So we've got our front saying, which is "You mean so much to me." And I'm just going to stamp that there. Like that. And then I'm got the inside one, which is may this be incredible. May this be incredible and filled with possibilities. So that's our one here. So we're going to stamp that. There we go. So I'll just clean these off with my chamois. So this chamois, it's really, really good. You just give it a wash with the chamois. And then afterwards I'll clean them with my stamping scrub. That conditions your stamps. So this chamois is really, really handy. Just wet it and I leave it in here because it stays wet for damp for a few days. So that's so I'm going to cut this one out, and it just fits. So I'm going to take some of my washi tape and I'm just going to put a little bit there. And that was a goose of me because I got to stamp that on the inside. And we are going to cut out the flower. So it's for the flower. So you need to just get this where you want it. Move it then again. Okay. What I'll do is I'll cut this off. Just bear with me while I do these. So we use our number 1 plate, our number 2 plate, number 3 plate, put our dies down on, just moved it. And then put our second number 3 plate on the top, and that makes our sandwich. So we then run it through. Stuck. So that's our embossing machine. Okay, so that one came right out, which is good. Take our die off. Sometimes you can use the tape more than once, so I just pop it up on the end of my desk, my cupboard here, for when I want to use it again. See that one? That one broke in half, so we won't use that one again. That can go in the rubbish too. And we'll put that on a magnetic holder. Apparently some people I've seen have a magnetic dish to put their dies in. And I believe you can get them from Spotlight or from Super Cheap. So we're going to colour this. So I'm going to use I wrote down what I was going to use. Memory's like a sieve sometimes. So I use dark pumpkin pie. Yep, dark pumpkin. Light cherry cobbler. That one. Petunia pop. Oh, it's very burst. I should have got these before I started, shouldn't I? Here we go, like petunia pop. Wild wheat. Oh, and yellow for the centre. Lemon lolly. Candy apple green. Oh, no. Granny apple green. There we go. And dark berry. Sorry, peacock. Can't read my own writing. Dark pretty peacock. Okay, we've got our colours. Put our pierce mat away and we'll colour in. I'll put this away so I don't put my fingers in it. So I'm going to do should have done this before I cut it out, I have a feeling. That's the thick end. So it would have been easier to cut it out. Let's have trouble getting these on. Not strong enough. I'm just going to go over it with a bit of dark, just to shade it. Isn't it funny when you're concentrating on doing something, you go quiet. So Lemon Lolly is going to be our centre of the flower. My cleaning lady come today for the last time, which will be great. I'm going to go over that with a little bit of wild wheat. So just a little bit makes shadow. I don't like this. I didn't need that, I don't think. Done our leaves. Now we want. So we'll do our light one first, which is Petunia Pop. So just go over it. And this one's like cherry cobbler. Oh, that one was really tough. So I'm just going to go over the bottom part with the cherry cobbler. Just to give it a bit of depth. And I'll just go over again with the light, just to blend it in. So I'm only doing a couple of leaves at a time, because if you do too much, you won't be able to blend it. So if you've got any comments, please comment where you are, or if you're new, if you like the content that I do, if you can give me a like, a share, and don't forget to hit the notification bell, and you'll get notified then when I come live. At the moment, I'm trying to do 3 lives a week. That might turn into an extra one or something. I don't know yet what's going to happen. I'm going to blend it over again with the light petunia pop. Okay. Can be a little bit fiddly, but it's worth it in the end. Okay. Do up light cherry cobbler again, just around the bottom, just to give it a little bit of depth, and then go over it again with our petunia pop light. Just helps to blend it in. Now we'll start on our other flower. They come out so pretty. I mean, you don't have to use the colours that I've used, of course. You can do anything you want. You're the one that's colouring in, so you do whatever you want in colour-wise. You might want blue flowers. Way of putting the lids on and off. And you've got your shade in here in the stamps. They've already put it all in there for you, so it makes it a lot easier. So tell me in the comments what you would, what colours you would like to see done with the flowers. You might have a totally different idea than I have, which is great. You just do the colours you want. Yep, and nearly finished our colouring in. Okay, so that's finished colouring it in. Put our lids back on so they don't dry out. Although I've got no strength in my hand, so we finished with those now. We can put those over there waiting to be put away. We also need an insert. Have I got one already cut? Let's have a look at the size. This doesn't look the right size. So for our insert, we do 5.5. That's 5.5. And then 3 3/4. So it's not quite wide enough. I haven't got any more, but that's not a problem. We'll just take one of our ordinary whites. And we will cut one out. So firstly we want 5.5. So we just put it on the 5.5 mark and cut. Keep these pieces like that because you can use them to put your sentiments on. Then we're going to do 3 3/4. Yep. 3 3/4. Put that one there. 3 3/4 again. And again, don't throw these away. And just do these other two while we've got the, so 3 3/4. And 3 3/4 again. So out of an A4 sheet of paper with the way I cut them, you'll get 4 of those out and very little wastage. So I am going to put together our front of the card before I do the insert. So I've got my little tray here. So I've got me saying, "You mean so much." Now I've got a green one that's over there with that at the moment. So let's see what we've got. They're all sticking together. So we got a green flower, a pink flower, another pink flower, a gold flower. It's sticking to my fingers. So 2 greens. Oops. And another 2 of those if I want to use them. Dropped on the floor. Can't go any further. All right. So this I'm going to put on dimensionals. There's that. So I'm going to put this on dimensional so it'll sit up a bit. One in the middle. These the little bits of paper end up everywhere. Mostly I tried to put them in my bin, but sometimes they end up on the floor because I missed the bin, and they get all over Mr. Zuzie's fur. So I find them everywhere, all over the house. So now I want this to go at the top. Oops. It's that one at the top of our okay. Now we're going to put our flowers in. So we'll have a bit of glue. And I don't want them stuck all the way down. So and doesn't matter which way they go in, which way you want them to go in. Just put little glue on the end. And I'm just going to put that there. And then Oh, I picked a pink one up instead of another green one. Just on the ends. And we might do the pink ones. I can see a couple of things that haven't been poked out. So if you see them, just poke them out. Sometimes they don't come out with the dies. That's all right. Okay. A bit more glue. The Tombow glue, which also is in the notes below. Bit of glue on there. Bit of glue there. And now our gold ones. Just a couple of things, whoops, there that haven't poked out when it's the die cut. Just poke them through. And let's take the picture. It's great. So I've got the hook end here that I can take the papers off, and then I've got the straight piece here that I can poke the holes out with, and you can change it with different things. So, and it just locks into place. And this end is the putty end to get your gems up. So it's very handy. Plus it's got a couple more things that you can hook onto the end of it. So it's, I feel it's a must-have if you're card making. I have tried getting them from other places and they're just useless. So, so you never get them in the same spot twice. So this is going to go in the middle of our. So we'll pop that on with some dimensionals under my nose again. I always think it's worth putting a little extra on for dimensionals so that they don't sag in the middle. Go, see? Take the big tool, very handy. Now I'm going to put this in the middle here. So it's just there. Now I've got these green ones here. So I've got some gold ones. So I've just put this glue on here again. This is really a ooh, don't tell me I'm running out of glue. So I'm going to put them and let's see if we can get some glue out for the. I think it's dried. No glue left in that one. Good job we have another one, hey? I think this one, I know it's got stuff in it because I can feel it, it's heavy. I have a feeling it was a lumpy glue. Geez, it doesn't want to come out, does it? I'll check those out later. Lucky for me, I always keep a spare. Things can happen when you're in the middle of doing a live or in the middle of doing something and need to be prepared. That I think used to be part of my girl guide when I was younger, much younger. This one didn't stick. So I guess you could call this an avid card because it's got plenty of glitter going there. I'm going to get wet ones and wipe my fingers now. They're full of glue. I didn't, I haven't put a bow on because it's got enough going on, but I will put some gems on it. So get rid of the glue because I don't want it everywhere. Okay, we'll use our pierce mat again. Oops, don't want that. That's got to go in the file. So now I'm going to do what I should have done originally, is put the sentiment in the middle. Helps if it's the right way up, doesn't it? So we'll put this in the middle roughly. There we go. And we're going to put a couple of these flowers on. When you're stamping, move your stamp around. Apparently, if you just use your middle part, it'll dry out and the other part won't. So just even it about. There we go. Put this away. I always end up with ink all over me. I don't know why. Okay, so we'll get rid of our pierce mat. Bring our card in. And we're going to put our sentiment piece in, our insert. Woo! So make sure that you get it the right way. It makes it a bit hard with the black. And that's why I like the Tombow glue, because I can just give it a little bit of a tweak. All right, that's our insert done. Now we want some gems. Now, what do we want in gems? Have my little container full of gems here. So those you could only use the clear ones. What have I got in purple or iridescent? Look at these ones, they'd go. Could probably pick up any colour with the I've got an emerald pink. I think I'll use the purple. What do you reckon? Use the purple ones? And here's my new Butte Take a Pick tool. We use the putty end, and I'll pick up I hope I'll pick up. Yep. So I'm going to put one there. I'm going to put a big one there. Might put those two there. So there we go. So that's our card finished. And here's the one that I started to originally to try out what I wanted. And this one I did the landscape one. And I used the same sentiment inside, but it's just that it's a landscape card. This one I've done portrait. This one hasn't got any gems on. I should put some on it. This time it's portrait. The twiggy things are in a different place and a different colour. And the inside is the same. So what we can do to spruce it up a bit is wink a Stella, because I don't want to put a bow on. I think a bow would be too much with the glitter there. So I've got two of these. One of them's got some in and one hasn't. I think this is the one that hasn't got it in. Yep. That's the empty one. So I'll just put on a bit of Wink Stella. I don't think this one's got anything in it either. Oh yeah, it has. You just can't see it. Till you hold it up to the light. And we'll just spritz a bit over the card. I think this one's just about out too. And a little bit inside. Okay, so there's our card for today. Hope you like it, and thank you so much for watching my videos. If you like my content, please give me a like, a share, ring the little bell, and that will let you know when I'm on for the next video. Now, tomorrow I have an appointment at the hospital, so I won't be doing tomorrow. I might do one on Wednesday morning at this stage. I do have a rehab appointment, but I've got a feeling that it's in the afternoon. So if it's in the afternoon, I can do one in the morning. So hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Take care, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks. Bye.